G'day, welcome to iCULTIVATE. My name's Steve, and today we're going to be looking at how you can have a near endless supply of basil through propagation. Now, basil is an annual plant, and that means that during its life cycle it will go to seed, set that seed, and then ultimately it will die. However, you can provide yourself with a near never-ending supply of basil plants by propagating from this particular plant. And this is how you do that. The first thing that you need to do is to select a suitable section of the basil plant. Now this one here you can see has just started to set a flower, and so therefore I will not be selecting this. What I will need to do is to identify a section that has not yet started to set flower, and you can see that this one here is an example of that. So I'm going to select this particular section and cut it at about somewhere between 6 to 10 inches long, just below a leaf node point. So you can see here I've actually removed it from just below where these leaves are extending out from. So basil is probably one of the simplest plants that you will find to propagate, and all we now need to do is to just strip back some of the leaves from that lower section of the plant, like you can see me doing here. Place it in some water, and that's it. So I'm going to continue that with some of these others that I've collected. These are then going to sit on the windowsill in my kitchen, and you can see that they will actually look quite nice as well, sitting on that windowsill. And then we're going to come back in about 2 weeks' time, and we will find that there will be some very nice roots growing from these. We want those roots to be about 2 inches long, maybe a bit longer, and that is when we will know that they are ready to pot. So we'll come back in a couple of weeks and look at how these have gone. Oh, and don't forget, there is no waste. So these bits that we have stripped back and have got left over, they can be used in the kitchen, and we're going to make some wonderful pesto out of these. So here we are about 3 weeks after we took the cuttings of the basil. Since then they've been in water, and I've been changing that water every 2 or 3 days, and you can see the quite extensive root growth that we have actually got on the end of each of these. In order to now get new basil plants, it really is as simple as, and I know this sounds crazy that it could be so simple, but it is as simple as just simply placing these into some soil, whether that is within pots or whether it is directly into the ground, covering up to above the root level, and then ensuring that they have got plenty of water. Now, as long as you've got the nutrients in the soil that are necessary, so in other words, you've had a good rich layer of compost and organic matter through the soil, you will find that these basil plants will thrive. You just need to make sure that they have got enough water. Don't let them dry out. So let's do that. And there's our first basil plant. Now I'm going to leave this in a pot for a little while I decide, am I going to actually put it out into my garden, or perhaps I might have a friend that would actually enjoy this plant in their garden. So now I'll pot out the rest of these plants. So now, after a really simple process of taking some basil cuttings off of a mature basil plant, which incidentally is still thriving and going really well, I have now produced 7 new plants. By following this process, I'm going to be able to maintain basil in my garden in an ongoing way for years to come. So get out into your garden, take some cuttings from your basil plant, propagate them, and you also will be able to enjoy basil forever without having to purchase new plants. Now, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Can I ask you please to go down to the thumbs up and give us a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and go to our website iCULTIVATE.net and become a member of the community. Thanks for watching.